Hello and welcome back to our continuing adventures in the Let's Defend platform. Today we are tackling SOC128 EventID 62 or Malicious File Upload Attempt. This occurred February 22nd, 2021, 4:31 p.m. and is a continuation of our February 21st and 22nd exercises. So let's see, we have the alert kicked off on the Git server at 172.16.24. File name php shell.php. No, that looks perfectly fine right there. Let's see, so we will grab the PHP and we will dump it into virus total. We'll refresh it. As the scan data is 5 full days old. So PHP backdoor, PHP backdoor, PHP backdoor, backdoor PHP web shell. So let's see, then we're looking for our big players on this one. So Trend Micro, Semantic, Microsoft, Kaspersky, Nod, AVG, and Avast. Well, since it's the same company now, I guess I'm not surprised that the detections are exactly the same. And if I remember correctly, let's see. Yes, there are public submissions for any.run, but the problem is that any.run's default VM does not have PHP interpreter installed, so it's not going to be able to do anything with the file. And nothing for hybrid analysis. Okay, so we're taking this. I guess let's open up the file in Notepad and we'll take a look, see if we can derive anything. So I've got this blown up and should be visible on screen. PHP if is set request command. Yeah, I don't really do a whole hell of a lot in PHP. But considering the fact that we have enough reputable detections that this is a backdoor, I'll believe it. But let's go ahead and take the sample text inside a notepad and we'll dump it into Google. Let's see what shakes out from there. So the whole string gives us simple backdoor one-liner.php. So Senti created this apparently. One-liner version usage. Target.com/simple backdoor.php question mark command equals cat plus/x etc/password. So basically just okay. WordPress hacked help blog. Oh, plenty of stuff in there in regards to web shell. Okay, I think these will get included in the notes section because this looks like this would probably be a fairly decent read. How old is it? Oh, a couple years. I guess there hasn't been mass improvements in web shells. It's kind of interesting though, it's all a nice one-liner. Let's see, web shells 101 using PHP. That might be something else to take in there too. So I might have a couple entries for the notes for this section, depending. Okay, so we know that stuff's gonna happen. So let's go back. We're taking a look at logs with the source address being the GitHub server. We've got the 21st. 404, 404, no idea what they're trying to reach out to. But this is supposed to be Feb 22nd, so okay. Nothing with that as the source. How about destination? We got some port 80. 2 minutes after the detection via proxy. Source code PHP shell. Cat, just like what was shown in the example. etc password. Running the command who am I? Upload. Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm doing these in reverse order. So this is the first one. So apparently the upload.php in the source code directory must have an exploit or a vuln. Then we get the whole aspect of PHP shell after they get the file uploaded. Who am I? And then it's added with, okay, go ahead and output the contents of etc password. So if we take a look at endpoint and process list, no, that's not going to help. Command history, probably. Hey, look at that. So we see at 1632, we get who am I, as demonstrated by the one for 432. Their attempt to run command equals who am I. And then again we see at 1 minute after that, so 1633, we get the cat etc password. Which is then verified by again at 433 according to the logs in the proxy. Again running source code php shell.php question mark command equals cat slash etc slash password. Okay, yeah, so we can pretty much just consider that box compromised to bejesus and back. But restoring for backups isn't going to do a whole heck of a lot of good if we don't go in, drill down into that source code directory and figure out what we can do to harden up this upload. So I think for the notes at the end, I'm going to make a note in regards to that that's something that needs to be fixed. Okay, so we've gone through all that, and we've got commands being run. It looks like there was a little bit of pre-planning here. If we take that IP address and take it into Talos Intelligence. So I'm taking the attacking IP. Oh, wow, shock. China. Tencent Cloud. Oh, of course. And it's on what? Public blacklist for Spam House? Imagine my shock. I mean, who would ever expect such a thing? Okay, so we definitely have it that this box is been pumped and dumped. So let's just make sure that the, uh-oh, oh boy. I don't remember seeing the SQL server there last time I looked. Of course, I never spent a whole heck of a lot of time all the way near at the bottom of the endpoint security list. Alright, so get server is now showing as quarantined. We have done the needful. No logs for the rest of these items. giant shock. I mean, if there's a browser history on a server, there's a problem. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get ourselves assigned to SOC128, EventID 62. And we're gonna run through the playbook. Outgoing traffic. This is incoming traffic. So I think we're just gonna go with other. Was it quarantined, cleaned? Well, obviously not, because it was run 1 minute and 2 minutes sequentially after it was uploaded. And device action was allowed, so no, it was not quarantined. Analyze it. Oh yes, it's definitely malicious. Alright, so for here we'll have an MD5 hash and we will have the IP address of the attacker. So we will grab the IP address of the attacker, dump that in there. Attacker, China. I need the MD5 of the shell that was uploaded. We'll pop that in there. PHP web shell. Anything else we can hoover out this sucker? Nothing that immediately stands out in regards to that. $17,253. Did we see any of that in? That's a negative. Alright, so I just have to take a look. So these would have been the day before. They were trying to hit the server directly and got 404'd. Oh wait, no, that's the source. It trying to reach out to that IP address. Huh, interesting. What do we have for the 21st? Interesting. Oh, geez, that's even more interesting right there. Trying to exploit PHP that would exist in source code to try to break out of the, what is it, www folder? Go all the way back and then work your way up the local file path into etc shadow. Yeah, so this thing has a lot that needs to get fixed. Granted, this is a different day, but so we have that. I'm gonna grab this one. Yeah, because before it was upload. Of course, my real question is, when would this command was fired off? So that would have been 502? Yes? Yes. Reverse it. Hard. Well, they're both 404. So what they attempted to do on the 21st did not end up working, which is why they found the upload vulnerability in the upload.php code, uploaded the web shell, and then pivoted from there. Okay. Regardless, GeoIP blocking would have helped in this case. Low-level fruit, but what are you going to do? Okay, so we don't have much of anything else. Because I do not believe I can pull that file that they reference, the upload.php, and have that checked. So, okay, IP address and MD5 of the. Did someone request access to the C2? Well, isn't. Yeah, so that's effectively what we find here. The PHP shell.php running the commands. So, yes, it is now contained before we even got assigned to the playbook. Probably going to really piss off some devs. So this is a true positive because it definitely was a malicious attempt. PHP web shell has been uploaded. Let's refer back to the notes. So the source code / upload.php needs to be restricted and or vuln tested. Oops. I'll do a slash, not a dot. Because they were going for the password file. Consider passwords compromised. Adding GeoIP restrictions. China, Russia, Iran. Was it IQ for Iraq? Etc. 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 Alright, so does that effectively do what we needed to do? PHP web shell has been uploaded and used from a China IP. Restricted, vuln tested. Of course, this particular aspect here, all China, or allow, oops. No, that's definitely not what we want. All Chinese IP should be blocked. That's typical. I mean, unless this organization has some sort of connection with China. Well, it makes me wonder as to whether or not if that's more just like a US-centered mindset, or if that's pretty much something that would be echoed across the world for the most part. If you don't do business there, block it. Okay, yes, true positive, not a false positive. I think in the last video or videos I had sat there and said I was going to raise a minor stink in regards to some of the wrong answers that I was, or negative marks I was given. I haven't even bothered to go through and do it. Oh, I probably should though. I think it was these last ones on the 21st. But full points on this one, so true positive, is it malicious? Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Oops, sorry. That's the right one. Full points for true positive, is it quarantine, is it malicious, and was there access to it? And then all of our analyst notes. Okay, bing, bang, boom. We are good to go. So all of that is our SOC128 event ID 62 for February 22nd, 2020. Yeah, 22nd, 2021. 4:35. No. 4:31. Trying to go from memory. And I haven't even finished my first cup of coffee for the day. I should know better. But effectively, that completes this exercise, and I will see everyone in the next video, which should be centered around the last of the mid to late February. So suspicious URL detected. And then we just have one lonely low at the ass end of February. Okay, well, regardless, I will see everybody in the next video.